I've been making about $600 per week selling covered calls for income. And one of the biggest questions that I've been getting asked is, why don't you sell cash secured puts? It's called the wheel because you buy the stock, you sell the covered call, your calls get assigned, you sell a cash secured put, the stock drops, you're assigned, you buy the shares, you sell the covered call, and so on. So it goes over and over and over. But sometimes selling a cash secured put just doesn't make sense to me. It's not a good use of my money. Let me show you an example. So these are some of the positions that I made last week. We are particularly going to be looking at Joby Aviation, where I spent around $3,200. I made 4.4%. I bought 200 shares at $16.35. I sold one covered call with two covered calls, with a strike price of $17. And as you can see, Joby Aviation hit over $18 and closed at $17.78 on Friday, which means that my shares were assigned. Buy shares. Now this is the Joby Aviation options chain. And you can see that these options are set to expire on the 25th, which is this Friday. These are the calls and these are the puts. Now I could sell a cash secured put at, say, I don't know, $17.50 and make $100. Or I could sell one at $17 and make $80. Or I could sell one at $16.50 and make $60. This means that if the stock hits 17, I am required to buy it at 17. This is the agreement we're making. And one of the risks with this is I could be required to buy it at 17, but it could open at, 15. It could open at 14.50 if it has really bad news, and I'm stuck buying it at 17. But the other real risk is, first of all, take a look at this chart. We're going to go and we're going to look at a 20-day chart here. This stock has had a massive run up. And if we use something called Fibonacci retracements, which we will just put up on the screen right now, this will give us an idea of where the stock could go if it starts to drop. I don't know why it's not letting me drop the pin here. Hello, there it goes. All right, so take a look at this. This stock could drop from 18.33 of the high all the way down to 14.50. So if I sold a cash secured put at 14.50, I would make $10. Or if I was selling two cash secured puts because I wanted to buy 200 shares, I would make $20. That's not a good use of my money. If I have, $3,600 to spend to make some money, I am not going to sell a cash secured put on a stock like Joby Aviation. I think it could drop. I think it could drop pretty hard. Maybe it doesn't go all the way down to $14.50. Maybe it goes down to $16. But if you look at the premium you get for 16, it's $45. So I could make $90 if I sold two covered calls. That is not a good use of my $3,500. I would rather not do the wheel option this go around and not sell a cash secured put, and instead take that $3,500 or $3,600 and put it into something else where I could buy a stock and sell a covered call for a much higher premium. Okay, just a quick little update to show you why this isn't always a great option. Today is July 24th. I filmed this on the 21st. So on the 21st, it was $18. In the video, it was showing $18.33 and then ended up going to $18.55. But the very next day, it dropped all the way down to $15.51. But now it's back up at $17.59. If I had sold a cash secured put with a strike price of $15.50, I might have missed the chance because it's based on the price of the closing price on the day of the expiration. Just look. I would have only made about $60 selling two cash secured puts, and I might have missed out on buying the stock at $15.50 because it came back up before expiration. I should have just waited to buy it down here in the 15.50s. The better move would have been to buy the stock yesterday at $15.51 or thereabouts, and then sell a covered call with a Friday expiration. I would have made way more money.